We principally should play a supporting relief to the government that's been affected and to the non-governmental organizations that are involved in the disaster. But we bring some very special capabilities, of course. First of all, the ability to react very rapidly. Often the helicopters that the U.S. military has are the most important capability. And then also we have great communications and command and control capability, the ability to organize and work with those groups. So we should be a supporting effort, but we need to bring our special capabilities to bear on this very important problem.
To tell the truth, that the military actually now is the one who has human resources ready for to respond for the in emergency phase, and also we have the equipment. So the government now try to put a certain budget also to the military if something happen, and then because the last time we have a organizational problem, so we try to fix it now, and we try to share this experience with other countries in the region.
Our engineers are very much an important component of responding to a disaster relief. One is for the flood relief, so also in terms of earthquakes, because they have to remove the debris, they've got to evacuate people, so they are another complement. The third one is the signalers, our communicators, because they're the ones who have to restore the communication, particularly in the areas affected by any of these disasters, in remote areas where others cannot access. And the third, of course, are the important component of medicals, because they're primarily supplementing the effort of the other NGOs, and whether it is Red Cross or Red Crescent or whatever, but they're there to supplement, and particularly during the initial phase of a disaster, where the rescue and relief are the prime focus, that is where we get involved.
Well, first of all, I should say that the military should only stay there a short period of time. Organizations that are specially equipped and focus on the long-term disasters, and in particular, the governments ought to return as quickly as possible to providing essential services.
I think it's still a good question. I think military and civilian have a different mission. The military has to do the mission in the emergency response. It's the major mission of the military, because military have special skills and capabilities.
The first question, we cannot be there, there a long time. So what we have to do is, like as I told you, what we are expected is rapid response. So what we can do is to set up the infrastructure or something like that, because military is self-sufficient and self-sustainment. We have self-sustainment capability. So at the initial stage, we do the assistance utilizing our capability.
Given the fact that disaster relief is not our primary mission, we should be there a short period of time, save life, get some services up and running again, but turn it over to other agencies that can have the long-term presence.
And second one, I think, is the military and should be help the government to rebuilding and restoration and construction after the disaster relief rescue operations, if possible. But for example, our country, as the Army has helped the government, local government, to reconstruction for a short period. And after that, we withdraw our troops and hand over some works to the local government. That is acceptable to the local government. The people dislike to the troops going on, but I think it's acceptable for Chinese situation.
The second one is occupation force. The military is occupation force. We are not. We are not. We're here to help them. So in order to make local people to think we are, the good guys to help you, is we should respect their culture, or we should respect their way of thinking, and we should make an effort to get what they want to do, what they want us to do for them.
PAMS provides a great mechanism for engagement with the senior representatives from the countries in the region. It's a great forum to exchange ideas and get to know and understand the countries in the region, their structures and their capabilities, and how we can work together to provide support.
So we find that if we have more of such interaction at the regional level, our international cooperation with the regional armies, the understanding will be much better.
Well, we had some good information sharing during this particular PACC PAMS. We have a greater understanding about some of the nation's ideas about how to deal with these disasters. So it establishes a good starting point where now we can go back to our host nations that were here and share some ideas internally, and we also look forward to doing some exercises that have been discussed during this particular event.
I'm optimistic this will be a starting point, because when we discussed starting yesterday, we have what you call a tough discussion whether some people said that no, I will not agree that military involved in this, and we have to prepare.